Hey guys, so this is our weekly love read. So I'll get started with my Lover's Oracle cards. And we'll see what messages the universe has for us today, all about love. Alrighty, universe, what do you got for us? You got some advice, some guidance, maybe some insight. So mornings. Ooh, I got a few that want to come out here, so I'm going to get started with these guys. Okay. So we have, don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it is only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. Give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. Sacred union, honor and treasure your relationship, for it is truly sacred. I'm going to pull one more as well here. Criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. Okay, so I feel like these cards are speaking to a committed relationship that already exists. I feel like maybe you guys are getting stuck in a rut of the day-to-day life. I feel like there's some bickering happening as well. And I feel like petty stuff that doesn't really matter, which can sometimes happen over time. Sometimes it's even just the day-to-day stuff, like who takes the garbage out and who puts the dishes away, and things like that. I feel like these cards are going to be speaking to you guys healing your relationship and being able to sort of look at life in a new light, look at your relationship in a new light. And having things change for the better. So I have the Queen of Cups here. The Queen of Cups, to me, a lot of times she represents emotional fulfillment and happiness. And I don't know if, I feel like you guys aren't quite getting that, or you're not quite getting it from your partner, or you're not feeling like you're getting it from your partner at this point, because of all the bickering and the petty day-to-day crap. I feel like it's getting in the way. I have the Page of Cups here. The Page of Cups tends to represent good news of an emotional or personal nature. And then I have the Two of Wands, and the Two of Wands represents choosing a path. And I feel like that's what the rest of this speaks to. I feel like this is you and your partner, because it takes the two of you, right? Choosing to be different. Sitting down, maybe talking about the petty stuff, and maybe hashing it out. So I know it sounds silly, but even something like a chore list or whatever, just everybody making sure that they're holding up their end of things that are important to the other person, so that everybody feels like they're getting what they need. I got the Wheel of Fortune card at the end here, and the Wheel of Fortune represents your fortunes changing for the better. I feel like definitely you guys have a deep connection. I don't feel like this petty garbage is going to break you in any way. I just feel like it's putting strain and stress on the relationship where there doesn't have to be any. I feel like it can be such an easy fix by sitting down and talking about things. And I got the Eight of Wands, and it represents communication. So again, big time, sitting down, having this conversation. I have the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords can represent feeling deadlocked or having trouble seeing the logic in the situation or clarity. So to me, it speaks of you being able to see where each other is coming from, to put yourself in each other's shoes. I think being able to do that is also going to help you find clarity. It's going to help you to make an extra effort in nurturing each other. So this isn't just nurturing your relationship, this is nurturing the other person as well. And if both of you are doing it, you're going to be setting the groundwork for an abundant harvest in your relationship. And I'm not talking about money, I'm talking about on a personal level. So I have the Five of Pentacles here. The Five of Pentacles can represent going through a rough financial time. I don't get finances off of this read. And then on the opposite end, I have the Queen of Pentacles, and she tends to represent somebody who is generous. So to me, this also feels like an unbalanced. There isn't an even give and take in this relationship, or it doesn't feel like there's an even give and take, and it might come from both sides, surprisingly. And that's why you guys got to sit down and talk to each other about it, because you're going to see things in a completely different light. I have the Four of Wands on top of the Eight of Wands, which represents communication, and the Four of Wands represents setting a solid foundation for a happy home life in the future. I have the Nine of Wands. To me, he speaks of you guys have been together a long time. I feel like the sort of the little petty crap has been going on for a long time too. So maybe you've been married for quite a while, or just been together for quite a while, living together, and these things have kind of just built up slowly over time. That's what the Nine of Wands says to me. The Two of Wands speaks to me of finding a balance so that everybody's getting enough of what they need to be happy. I have the Lover's card, and I feel like it speaks of rekindling the passion in your relationship. And I think that's going to happen when everybody's feeling like their needs are being met. And I feel that way because I got the Lover's card on top of the Four of Wands, which represents building a happy home life, a solid foundation for the future, and on top of the communication card there. So I feel like just having this conversation, just having this dialogue open up, starting this negotiation so that you can find this balance that everybody's getting enough of what they need. I feel like that is not just going to fulfill everyone's emotional needs. I feel like it's going to rekindle the passion in your relationship as well. I also have the Ten of Cups, and the Ten of Cups represents abundance in the home life. Now I have the Seven of Wands. I think he also represents this conversation that you're going to be having. The Seven of Wands tends to speak about standing up for your ideals, standing your ground. And I don't think you have to be miserable about it. I think the point is that you've just been sitting and stewing on this for so long that there's no point in doing that. Like, why sit and stew on it and get quietly pissed about it when you can just sit and have a conversation? And you have a much better chance of your needs getting met that way. But I feel like your partner's been doing the same thing too. So I feel like this goes to both of you guys. I have the Page of Wands, which represents good news coming your way. And because it's a wand, along with the 4 and the 8 for communication, I feel like it's not speaking to finances. This is speaking of the dynamics of your relationship changing after these conversations start happening, that you're going to see a pretty quick positive change. I have the Sun card. To me, the Sun card is a good omen, and it represents positive things manifesting for you. Now I have the Hierophant. The Hierophant, to me, in this read, represents a deeper learning. So it's a sort of a deeper understanding of yourself and of each other as well, and deepening your connection. I have the King of Swords, and to me the King of Swords speaks of honesty and integrity in this read. So being honest about what you need, not holding anything back, but also being receptive to your partner's honesty, and then following through when you say that you're going to do something, just that integrity to back that up. I have the Ace of Swords, which represents triumph, and the Emperor here. And the Emperor to me feels just like he has it all. When I look at him, that's what I see. And I feel like that's how you guys are going to feel when this change happens. When you allow this change to happen, when you make this change happen. I feel like that's how both of you are going to feel. I feel like your emotional cups are going to be fulfilled. I have the Ten of Swords. To me in this read, it represents the end of this way of being with each other that is negative, and starting a new positive chapter that's beneficial to both of you. I got the King of Cups, and I just see filling your emotional cup when I look at him. I feel like that's what's going to happen. You guys will get much more emotional fulfillment by being able to make this change. I feel like you have all the tools that you need, and you know what you need to do. And especially by talking to each other and being very clear and open and honest about your needs, that you guys will know exactly what to do to make sure that your partner is being fulfilled. They're going to know the same thing about you. And it's going to be easy to make sure that everybody's happy in this relationship. I have the Eight of Cups, and the Eight of Cups to me represents starting a new journey forward, sort of leaving the past behind. I think that also speaks of this journey that you guys are going to be on. And this line speaks of that as well. So right now, I feel like you guys are the Miser card. You're holding back. You're holding things back. You're being quiet. Not being honest. I feel like the Page of Swords represents that. By turning things around, I feel like you'll be moving into a calmer, happier time in your life. And I have the World card here and the Six of Wands, and I feel like they're tied together. So the Six of Wands tends to represent triumph over different conflicts, different adversities, different obstacles in your life. And the World card represents positive things manifesting for you that you've earned over time. And I feel like it speaks of doing the work in this relationship and the positive things that you're going to see, the positive changes. So this card says, close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. So I think you're going to require a bit of an attitude change as well. But I think that's all part of it too, and getting quietly cheesed about the petty garbage, when instead you guys can speak to each other, you can iron out the details, negotiate sort of a new way of being, and then see the positive sides of things. So I have only time will tell. So to me, I feel like this represents that this is going to take a little bit of time to get the hang of, because I feel like you guys have been doing this for a while. And you're stuck in sort of a bit of a rut. That doesn't mean you can't change, and it doesn't mean you won't change. It just means that somebody might slip up every once in a while. And you're going to need to be patient and loving. So when it comes to matters of the heart, there's no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. And I think this also speaks to the card that warned about criticizing. When you guys sit down and have this conversation, whatever you hear your partner say, don't make them feel stupid for saying it. Listen with open ears and open heart. be understanding. If you can do that, you'll get the same in return. And it's going to help to build a bond, because we really do have to look after each other. There's enough people who criticize us in life. It shouldn't come from our partners. We should all be a safe place to fall for each other. And I believe that that's what this card speaks to as well. And also, I feel like it ties in quite well with the read, and letting go of the petty crap and focusing on what really matters. And that's both of you being happy, having that deep connection, that passion, all those good things that you had when you got together. Like, obviously you guys got together for a reason, and I feel like it's just a matter of rekindling that and refocusing on those good things that help to connect you. Alrighty guys, that's what this read says to me. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please feel free to comment. I love hearing from you guys. Take care.